Poseidon sends this beautiful white bull out of the sea to King Minos, who's king of Crete. Crete at this time is a really powerful island. It has control of a lot of the Mediterranean. And so Poseidon sends this bull to Minos in order that Minos can make a worthy sacrifice to Poseidon. But Minos gets a bit greedy and he decides to keep the white bull and substitutes another bull instead. So to punish Minos, Poseidon makes Minos' wife Pasiphae fall in love with the white bull. So she spends a lot of time mooning about at the bull's enclosure and lusting after it and doesn't quite know what to do about this until she gets the idea to ask the very clever craftsman Daedalus to build a wooden cow and place it in the bull's field and lock her up inside. And then the details of what happens after that are a little bit fuzzy. But the result of that union is the Minotaur, this little bull-headed boy. And as soon as he's born, Minos feels like he can't kill his stepson. So what he does is he gets Daedalus to build the Labyrinth, which is essentially this impenetrable maze. It's impossible. Once you go in, you never escape. You'll never find your way out. And Daedalus actually almost gets lost himself as he builds the Labyrinth. And they lock the Minotaur up. And actually his name wasn't the Minotaur originally. It was Asterion, which means the starry one. But he never actually gets to see the stars because he's locked in this labyrinth. So this is under the palace. And then every 9 years, Minos gets a tribute of youths and maidens sent over from Athens that he has control over at that time and feeds them to the Minotaur. So they give them a night of feasting and enjoyment before they go down and enter the labyrinth and never come back out. After a few rounds of this, the prince Theseus from Athens, he comes over and he seduces Minos' daughter, Ariadne. She falls in love with him and she says, I'll give you this clue of thread and a sword if you'll take me away with you when you leave. So he actually manages to get into the labyrinth and ties the clue of thread at the start, goes into the labyrinth and kills the Minotaur and then manages to find his way out back again, which is the really tricky part. Then Theseus escapes with the captives and takes Ariadne with him, although he ditches her on an island en route, which isn't so good. But so that's the end of the Minotaur. He doesn't live a very fulfilling life, but I think he's a really important symbol. And psychoanalysts like Freud suggested that the mind's corridors were like a labyrinth, and Daedalus was like the conscious mind building defenses around the inner monsters.